Alright, so I'm gonna do some type of a Eat Like Me for 10 days book. If you're watching this, then whatever the title is, right? Something stupid like that, right? So anyways, this is the first video, and I'll just compile the videos into one video probably. And this will be the video to introduce you to my style of eating. So if you bought this and you see, very few people will even see this. So if you're one of the people that's seen this and bought this, then you obviously want to at least give it a shot to stick to exactly the way that I'm eating. So that's the way I'm going to present it. And of course, you can make your adjustments, but 10 days is 10 days. So if it's titled something like "Eat Exactly Like Me," which is a very stupid title, but it's kind of where I'm thinking right now. It'll draw people in that want to see exactly how I'm eating right now, which I do change a little bit slightly, but the reason why I want to do this is because I just went back to adding some seafood. Hey, what a coincidence! I'm at the beach. This was not planned, but seafood, beach, they kind of go together, right? Anyways, I just added seafood back into my life, and I was, the last couple years, the only animal protein that I've taken in is eggs, and that's pretty much the bulk of what I take in, but I'm changing things up a little bit, and I'm putting seafood back in my life, and it's been a couple years since I've really had seafood, and I even go through long periods of time where I eat nothing but plants. So I also did a year where I went completely non-animal product. This was like in 2015, so ever since then I went back to eggs after that. So I'm going back to seafood now, and it's 2018. We are in May, so time flies. Anyways, I just thought it would be a good idea to do it right now, and then I might do some more if some people like this, and I'll do some more when I change my diet up again, and gives people ideas. That's the whole thing. It's not to say, hey, this is the way to eat. It's a way to eat. It's the way that I eat, though, and I do make variations slightly, but I do keep my same thinking. So this will be something that'll just be, I won't hold back. As far as I'm not trying to tell people to do this and eat the way I eat exactly, even though it's probably the name of the title of the book, right? But you know what I'm saying. This is something I can share that's just me, and I'm saying this is the way that I do it, and you can take whatever you want from it. But if you ordered this, I would imagine you really want to try to say, hey, let me see if I could eat exactly like what this guy's eating. I know I would. If it was 10 days is 10 days. It's not like it's very long. So if I was buying something, I'm just putting myself in the shoes to say, hey, if I'm buying something, somebody says, hey, eat like me for 10 days. Well, I'm going to try to eat just like them for 10 days. That's what I would do. But I know there's going to be people who won't do that. And if you're one of those people, that's fine too. These will give you some ideas, You can kind of add whatever in you want. But for the people that will, then I'll try to do this thing. I'll try to be really, 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 I'll try to get everything down right, because I don't count calories, I don't do any of that stuff, but I'll do it for this, and I'll show exactly what I'm eating for those 10 days, which is going to be the same as the way that I eat a certain way right now. So I kind of stick to when I decide to eat one way, I eat that one way. So it's going to be pretty close, and I'll throw in some more variation just to throw it in. And in the book, I'll say normally I'm not eating this, but I'll throw this in there, to have some variation. So anyways, I guess I will see you in other videos after this. More than likely, I'm just going to make it one big long video, and you clicked on it somehow, some way, right? Or if you bought the paperback, you either typed it in, or I tried to make it easy for you to where you could just go find it, right? Hopefully, right? Anyways, have a great day.
All right, so I do this a lot after the gym. It's just like a little snack, the same thing that I kind of eat in the morning. Same thing. I just throw oats, except for I don't throw water on it. Usually, I unfreeze these. I put them in here frozen, like a few hours before I go to the gym, and then I come back. They're still kind of frozen. Put them in the refrigerator. Same exact thing that I have. Just whatever frozen fruits I have, usually cherries, blueberries, pineapple, mango, stuff like that. And then I throw some oats on top, and then dry oats. Those are dry. And then I throw some salt on top there. And sometimes vitamin C powder, sometimes some cayenne powder. I just change it up. But that's pretty much what it is. And I don't do it all the time. Sometimes I'll have bananas. Sometimes I'll have just my regular food. It's the same foods though. Sometimes I'll throw peanut butter in here. Big scoop or 2 scoops of peanut butter. Just depends. Not today, I'm not. But I just got back from the gym. And this is nice. And these are nice and soft, but still kind of frozen. And I like them like that. So anyways, that's kind of like a same thing that I eat for breakfast. And sometimes I'll do one of these in the middle of the day, so I'll do like 3 of these. It's just however I eat before that, or however I'm going to eat after that, determines it, and whether or not I want more fruit. So there's no rhyme or reason to it. I have no idea how I'm going to write this out, so because I just wing my food. So, but however it is. However it's written out, it'll be more structured. But this is 4 eggs, and this is rice, spinach, and pineapple. And there's what that's from. So tomorrow I'll be, well, today, it's still today, but I'm gonna sleep, and it'll be tomorrow for me after I eat this. So, I'll just keep grubbing on that, and then I'll put in whatever I do, because that's how there's no way I'm going to be able to do this to where it's like I make exactly what I'm eating in that day. I can't do that. It won't happen, but I could write it out like that or something. But anyways, I'm going to eat this and get on the computer, do some work a little bit, and I'll be asleep in a few hours, maybe 4 hours. So I still got a little time. But this is like the last meal I'm going to eat. Alright, before I cover this up, I want to show how much garlic I stick in here, because I'm going to cover this up with some other stuff. So I put a lot of garlic. I put a whole entire ball, is that what they're called? I put the whole thing in there. So that's with 2 cups. Right now I'm doing, for this, sometimes I do 4 cups in here. And here's my rice cooker, just in case I don't show it. I have the Aroma, and this one has slow cook on it. It has steam, it has brown rice, it has white rice, and it has saute. This is a very, very good rice cooker for the price. And you can get these at Walmart, you can get them at Target. I think I got this one at Target for very cheap, and they last a long time. The other one I had, I just got rid of it because it's too small, but it lasted years and years and years, so that's why I'm kind of frugal. So I will wear things out. I was hoping it would die, and it never died, so I had to it was small and just overworked and overused, but it lived. So anyways, I got this one. I've had this one for a while, and it shows no signs of dying, and it's a very good price. So I'm gonna show what I'm doing here, and let me clean this stuff and show my salsa, and then I'll show what else I'm gonna do here. And this is pretty much the base of it, of what I eat. So for these 10 days, it's gonna be rice, it's gonna be what's in here, and then there'll be some other stuff that'll be cooked on the pan and stuff. So I will get back to you in a minute. Okay, so I have this going ready to go. What I have in here is I have two cups of white rice. I like jasmine. This is basmati. I'm at the end of my basmati. So basmati, I've got a bunch of garlic, and then I throw some chopped frozen spinach. This is 12 ounces. I don't count calories in general, but I don't count vegetable calories. So if I'm counting calories here, I also have, this is wild caught, but you know, I try to get wild caught whenever I do fish. I'm going to be sticking with salmon for quite a while. I also, let me see if I can, this is also something that's going to be, yeah, I have some. This is also, if I don't show this, this will be in the book. I'm eating clams from the can and oysters from the can, and that's kind of like, these are like side things. I'm not making them like a staple. Salmon's my staple, along with eggs, and these are kind of for when I don't have, you know, when I need some, when I want to throw some protein in there, and I do that. So if I don't show these again, know that these are going to, and these will be in the book. So I try to buy wild caught. I don't know how wild caught it really is. This is kind of a low fat salmon. It's all right though. It's okay. It's cheaper. So I'm still kind of trying to throw the budget thing in there. I'm always trying to throw the budget aspect in there with all this stuff. So I got 4 of them. I kind of just round it down to like 20 grams of protein per one. So some are smaller than others. Basically, I'll just say like 20, 40, 60, 80. There might even be 100 grams of protein in here. So total, let's just say it's 500 calories because this is a low fat. So let's just say 500 calories for the fish. And then the rice, there's about 1,200 calories. So there's like 1,700, 1,800 calories in here. And this is going to be pretty much, you know, how I will just eat on this. And my salsa. With the water too, I just double the water with the rice. Whenever I have other stuff in here, I double it, and the rice comes out good. What I notice is I like my rice a certain way. So if I'm just doing rice by itself, if I'm just doing rice and nothing else, rice and garlic, I could throw garlic in there, but nothing, no spinach, some salmon, no other vegetable, if it's frozen, I will do a little bit less than double. So if I put 2 cups, I'll put like 3 3/4 cups, and that's how I like it. But whenever I got other stuff in here, for some reason, if I do that, the rice doesn't come out as good. It comes out, it sticks more, like it's clumpier. It sticks to itself more. So I will, I'll put in double the water. Now my salsa, this is the salsa that I make. I do this minimum once, probably every 10 days. So this is a 10-day kind of meal plan thing, and this will be made at least once in between here. If I don't show it again, I might make it twice. So I do once or twice in between every 10 days. And it's just because I like to add more vegetables in. I like salsa. And I throw this on top of all my food other than my oatmeal and stuff like that. But I fill this up, and it lasts me anywhere between 1 day. Sometimes this is gone in a day, all this. So it depends on what I feel like eating. But it'll last me anywhere between 1 day and 3 days. And then sometimes I'll take a little break from it. So that way I'm not just constantly eating this. And then I add other vegetables. I'll add vegetables that I cook on the pan and stuff like that. It might even be some of the same ones, but I just cook them different way. This is all stays fresh, no cooked. And I will take a break, and then whenever I feel like making it again, I'll make it again. So it's usually about once every 10 days or once every 5 days. It varies. Excuse me. Very professional of me, right? Anyways, I've got 2 jalapenos, and I've got radishes in here. I like to do radishes sometimes whenever I can get them, whenever if they're around. I don't have this is not like a set thing, like the number of everything. I don't count any of this stuff as calories either. So I got tomato, I've got bell pepper, which I'll use any bell pepper and all bell pepper. anything I can get, I change it up. I change up the types of tomatoes too. These are just whatever, like Romano, I think. Whatever's like on sale, or if there's a sale on something, I get it. Tomatoes are tomatoes to me, but I like them all. I don't know if there's really different types of radishes. Jalapenos go, as far as that goes, I use different ones too. I kind of like these, just for the most part. I'll throw other stuff in there too, or I'll add other ones in there. I also sometimes don't take the seeds out if I want it really hot. If I don't want it really hot, I take the seeds out. So I just decide on how I want it at the time. Always got my cilantro. I put that whole thing in there. Onions, I do any and all onions, every color, every flavor. I like them. Sometimes I make it really oniony and I'll add more than just one onion. Right now I got a white onion because yesterday at the store, I really wanted red onion, but red onions, they were all looking nasty, so I got a white onion. And then I like to throw these cucumbers in here. I love these cucumbers. These are great. And if they can't find these, I'll throw one of those, just those other cucumbers. I forgot the name of these, but I like them. Throw some lemon in there. And I use iodized salt. And if you eat unprocessed foods, you got to salt your foods. You won't get enough sodium. If you eat the way that I eat, like this, there's not enough sodium in this. I always salt all my food. I salt everything. I salt my water. I use a lot of salt. Plus I train hard. I live in a hot environment. I work out hard. Salt is a must. I salt everything. So I put a lot of salt, and I also, here's my secret sauce: apple cider vinegar with mother, with the love of a mother. Make sure it's with the mother. And I apple cider vinegar everything too, all over my meals. If I don't show it in this video for this book, I apple cider vinegar everything. I apple cider vinegar my oats when I do my oats in the morning, and also my oats in. I don't always do it with the oats though, but I do apple cider vinegar there. And whenever I take that same, which will be in the book, the same fruit and oat medley thing that I do, and I'll blend it instead of put it in a cup and chew it. Same thing, but I just blend it. I always apple cider vinegar that. Sometimes I don't do it inside of my. I don't do it always inside of my oats and fruit whenever I'm chewing them, just because it's just the flavor of it. Sometimes I don't want it, but I have several big spoons. How I do it, I just take the caps and I use the caps like if it's a spoon, and most of the time I'm overflowing it. So I'm not measuring it out, but I'm just kind of like going 1, 2, 3, and then it's overflowing. So every 3, I probably get an extra one in there, and I just do that. So in here, how many will I put in here? However many I want. It could be 3 to 10, to 10 capfuls. It's just however wet I want it. So, and plus on top of my meals, when I'm eating this, I'll put 2, 3 more capfuls on everything. So I have several spoonfuls of apple cider vinegar a day, several of them. So I could say I would at least have 6 of them a day, to 10 to 12 capfuls every day. So I eat a lot of bananas too. I'm just throwing this in there just in case I'm not going to show everything in this video, but it's all going to be written down. It's all going to be there in order. And if everything's different, like if I don't, this is all for me, so I'm going to kind of try to do it like how I do it, but I do it sometimes. I'll do, instead of 2 cups, I'll do 4 cups. Sometimes I'll have like 2 pieces, and I just change it up. Sometimes I'll put double the spinach. So I like it to be about this full right here, because when it's done, it comes up to the top. So sometimes it depends on what I want to do. Do I want to pull some of that and put some more spinach? Do I want to have more rice? And then when I have more rice, I'll have less of the other stuff. So it'll be however it will be written. It's basically gonna be for a meal prep anyways. So when I'm done, I take my foil, I foil the top of it, and then I throw it in the fridge. So foil works great. And that foil, that I've been reusing this foil. I reuse it until I just think I shouldn't reuse it anymore. Because I do it every day. So generally it's like I'm cooking this every day, or at least every other day. Sometimes it goes into the next day. So is this, did I cover all this right? All right, so let me make my salsa. I'm gonna turn on my music. Listen to some, what am I gonna listen to today? I'll listen to some Iron Maiden or some AC/DC, and I will make my salsa, and I'll dance. Can you dance to AC/DC? Yeah, you can. AC/DC, that's dancing music, right? I'll dance with my feet while I'm making my salsa, and good thing I have a very, 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 very dull knife. That way I don't chop my fingers off, because you know I'm kind of wild with the knives. So good thing for that. Although it makes for cutting onions. It turns it into a forearm exercise. And maybe I'll show after what this looks like. We'll see. Alright, let me show one more thing. So I got some of this stuff in here. That's kind of like my little reserves. My protein reserves right now that I'm eating seafood. This is I'm purposely doing this. I'm throwing seafood into my life. As for many reasons, but if you don't know, I was eating eggs only for the last, it's probably been a good couple of years that I've eaten eggs. And then before that, I did a year completely plants. And this was actually, beans was like a big main source of my protein, which beans still are. And look how much of beans I buy. I buy beans like this. So beans, I'm showing this right here because I might not show this at some point, but sauerkraut, I eat a lot of it. I throw it on top of my meals, so I love sauerkraut. Sometimes I cook with it too, sometimes, but most of the time I just open the can, or I'll buy it in a glass container. And right here's a can, just because these were cheap. But beans, I'm gonna be cooking a lot of beans here too. So if I don't show any beans, I'll be eating. I will be showing beans on this. But anyways, I just wanted to show that. I buy beans by the however many pounds that is. I don't know how many pounds that is. It's like just 20 pounds. 20 pounds of beans. I'm on the final leg. Do I have the strength? Does someone want to come cut these for me, please? Anyways, that's what it's looking like. And that's the finishing touches right there. And then I'll put the last lemon on. I kind of do everything in... I'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this. So that way I can stir it and make it all even. Anyways, that's that. Alright, let's take a little peek at what I got in the freezer. I've got salmon. There's salmon here. And I've got a bunch of spinach. And that is blueberries. Blueberries, spinach, cherries. And then that's like the newer one. So I gotta eat this first, and then that's kind of how I do it. I throw the stuff on the top, and then I go that way. So I got more spinach, I got pineapple chunks, I got cherries. It's kind of like a fruit medley with some coconut and mango. More cherries, more blueberries, more pineapple. So that's pretty much it. That's my freezer. So I got my freezer right now. And that's pretty much what I eat for the most part. Oh, I do buy these same size in kale. They don't have any. I'd like to mix it up, kale and spinach. I also buy frozen, I don't have any right now, but I buy frozen, like a medley, vegetable medley with all kinds of different vegetables in it. Snap peas, broccoli, water chestnuts, stuff like that, carrots in it. There's different ones. I get them at Walmart. The Walmart that I go to, it's just a grocery store. They got pretty good. They got pretty good selection. I get all this stuff at Walmart actually. I go to Trader Joe's too. Trader Joe's, Walmart, and there's another Sprouts. I go to Smart and Final as well. So that's where I go. But a lot of stuff I can get at Walmart, at the grocery store. So, anyways, all right. Like I say in the book. Well, hopefully, like I say in the book. I eat fruit. When I eat these fruit mix with oats and peanut butter and bananas and however I'm doing it, I do it in different ways. So sometimes I like to mix everything up in a blender and drink it like a smoothie. And I always I probably am repeating myself here, but I always cayenne pepper and salt everything. And also, I throw in about 3 grams of vitamin C powder in the morning, and sometimes I'll throw in 3 more, a couple times more throughout the day. So I could get anywhere from 3 to 9 grams of vitamin C powder. So it's just something else I throw in there. And occasionally in the smoothies I'll throw turmeric in there, but usually I put that in my food. But I cayenne pepper everything, including my fruit, even when I chew it. But so one way I do it, I just take everything in my stick in there. I'll throw a banana or 3 in there. I'll blend it. Sometimes I do that, and I throw spinach and or kale in there too. So I do it different ways, but it's all the same foods. So in the morning, first thing in the morning, what I'll do is I'll have fruit and oats for sure. That's pretty much for sure what I'm going to have. So whatever I get, like right now I got pineapple, I got cherries, and I got blueberries. This is thawed out. Now, usually I just do it frozen, and so I'll boil some water, and then I'll stick water on top of it and stir it in there, so I'll have water in there. And I'll chew on it, so instead of blending it in a smoothie. I will also do the smoothie thing, but I was going to actually eat this after I trained. So several hours ago, I stuck this in the refrigerator, and I was going to put some oats on it and put some salt and cayenne pepper on there and eat it maybe with some peanut butter. But I ended up eating bananas and peanut butter after I trained. So I said, okay, I'll just keep this in the fridge, and this will be thawed out by the morning. So tomorrow, I'll just throw my dried oats on there, my other stuff on there, and I'll just eat it without putting water in it. So I do that too, because I like eating my oats dry for some reason. I don't cook them. I don't know if some people, not everyone can handle that. So as far as their digestion, I guess you got to get used to it. So I would say cook your oats. But if you want to try dry, that's how I do. I just pour them on top and eat them dry. Or boil water, and they won't cook, but they'll soften. But I like them dry. Like I'll just pour oats on top of that, and then mix it up and eat it like that. That's how I like them. That's how I prefer it. But I don't always unthaw the fruit because it's frozen. So when I don't, then I'm not going to chew on hard fruit. So it's not going to chew on frozen fruit. So I'll put water in it, and it'll soften the oats. But I really like it doing it this way. So anyways, I also when I buy rice, I buy it by minimum 20-pound bags. In case I didn't show that already. Which hopefully I say this stuff in writing too. I really hope I say it, because there will be a lot of people who won't watch this video, or at least watch this far, But the videos are to show that what it looks like in real life, like what real life looks like. This is what it looks like in real life. This is what food looks like, I mean, I know people are used to seeing maybe they all look all fancy and nice, beautiful glass, and with the garnish on it and all that, but real life is real life, right? That's what oats look like in real life. Anyways, that's what rice looks like. That's what blueberries and cherries and pineapple look like. Anyways, so did I cover that? Let's see, let me think. So I basically eat the same stuff. Sometimes I do this in the morning for sure. Every morning I do this. Basically this, and then my cayenne pepper, salt for sure, and vitamin C for sure in the morning. Like within minutes when I wake up. That's what I do. And it's not that many calories. It's a small meal. But I will also sometimes do this 2 times, 3 times throughout the day. Just depends on how much fruit I want to eat and what kind of fruit I have. I generally have blueberries. It's like a staple of mine. Blueberries is a main staple of mine. Blueberries. Cherries they're not like a staple, but when they're around and whenever I love cherries. Pineapples, they're not a staple, but I love both of those, so I get that a lot. But blueberries is like a must for me. If I could have one fruit, it would be blueberries, even over bananas. Because if I can't have bananas, I'll get my potassium from kale and from spinach and from other stuff. Mainly kale and spinach. I'll eat a lot of kale and spinach. But I don't eat bananas really for potassium. I mean, I guess I do, but it's not like the main reasons, because I like bananas and good carbs. So if it came down to me only having one fruit, which it won't come down to that because bananas are cheap, so I would have blueberries if I could only choose one. That's like my main fruit. So to me, it's like to me it's the most complete. It's up there. I mean, there's probably some that are more complete, but it's the most complete nutrition-wise, in my opinion, for something that you can get. Put it that way. There's probably more berry. It would probably be some kind of a berry too. That would be a little bit more complete. Kind of like some people would say kale is more complete than spinach, but really they're both, to me, is the same. I mean, there might be a little bit of more of something in this much of kale than there is in that much of spinach, of whatever it is. Well, just eat that much more spinach and you'll get more of, that's the way I look at it. Very simple like that. But I get what that means. But I eat so much spinach and kale that it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to only eat that much spinach or that much kale and then I'll get more nutrition in this much, a handful of kale, than I would in a handful of spinach. Same thing I think of with stuff like berries. There's probably a berry that has, it's more dense in nutrition than what a blueberry is, but it's like, oh well. I mean, you just eat more blueberries. So, anyways, I will talk to you in the next video. Have a great day.